I've entitled today, Where Does My Spirit Go When It Dies, When I Die? And so we've been looking at who we are, and we've recognized that we are body, and we are soul, and we are spirit. So what is the spirit? It's very similar to the soul. The two are bound very closely together. The soul is the essence of who we are, but the spirit is the supernatural part in which we communicate and connect with the divine world, with God, with the spiritual world. It's the place where we interact with God. John chapter 4, verse 24 says, God is spirit, and those who worship him must worship in spirit and truth. And I cannot tell you how many times I've gone into a church and through the beautiful songs have felt my spirit lift because I connect with God. When we pray, John tells us in Revelation that he was in the Spirit on the Lord's day. In other words, he was spending time with his Lord in his Spirit. And so if we look on the cross, we see Jesus, Luke chapter 23, verse 46. Then Jesus, crying out in a loud voice, said, Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. And having said this, he breathed his last. Makes us think, if we were on the cross, who would we commend our spirit to? John chapter 19, verse 30. When Jesus had received the wine, he said, It is finished. Then he bowed his head and he gave up his spirit. In other words, his spirit and body separated. So where did his spirit go? It went back to God. And so there are people who believe there's nothing after life, that there's a finite end to who you are. Now, I don't believe that's true, but it's a huge risk to say that, because your spirit has to go somewhere, either to the wilderness where there is no good and there is no God, or back into God's hands. So, when you die, who are you committing your spirit to and your soul? And the second question is, could you do something now and commit your spirit and soul to God even now? Because this is not the kind of thing you want to leave to the last moment. It's the kind of decision you want to take now and entrust your whole being to Jesus. I want you to think very carefully about that. And if you would like to entrust yourself to Jesus, contact me through one of the pages, and I will help you take that step of faith. God bless. Have a great day.